Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. It is a two for Tuesday, man. It's actually a very chilly Tuesday. It's cold, man. But can I tell you something? I'm very, very upset. I'm excited about the show. I'm very excited about the show. But this morning,
turn that front upside down.
There was me and a bunch of other people, and we were all doing the same thing. Because we pulled up on the gym today.
You woke up at a brothel?
I woke up early this morning being a good boy because I'm having lunch this afternoon with a good friend of mine. Of course, you know Gabe. We're going to have cocktails and things like that. Problem is, I'll feel guilty because I didn't get to go to the gym because they were closed because of this.
Really? Your gym was closed?
Dude, why are schools closed? Why are gyms closed? Parents are at home so annoyed right now.
My gym was open.
Your gym was open?
My gym was open.
Well, I just put it out there. It ain't like my sponsor. eSport, it was closed, and that's
wow.
BS.
Lifetime Fitness did a great job of being open.
I don't know if you know
We're
this.
giving free pub and free libel to other places.
Man, I don't know if you know this, but, man, you got people out there that, like, if you're at gym, like, their clientele, they got warriors out there, man. They live by this. They die by this.
Yeah.
They got to get their workout in, and they're closed. I don't think it's a good look, especially since the streets are beautiful.
I think all the schools are closed. University of Memphis is closed. Everywhere's closed.
And you know what's so annoying?
Parents are upset.
That's what I was saying. You know how annoyed you are about stupid fake snow days?
I think my mom always liked it when we had a day off.
She was just lying to make you feel good because you're an only son.
Is that right?
She was miserable.
Interesting.
Having to deal with you all day.
Maybe you're
School
projecting
is a break.
little bit. Maybe
nope,
you're
I'm
projecting,
just telling you. I don't think so. Like, no matter about you, there's no love like the love that you have for your child.
Right.
None.
You had two beautiful daughters.
None. You love them more than anything in the world.
But get the hell out of my house.
Let me just tell you something. Even like at times, you just are like, "Come on, man, I need a break."
I see that.
You wouldn't believe how many questions these little talking boxes do. They just talk.
No
question after question after question, and then they have mood swings.
What's
anyway,
that like?
Sorry. It's like dealing with a girlfriend going through menopause, which is rough.
You ever have mood swings, John?
No.
I don't think so either.
I'm pretty stable.
Yeah, I agree.
Remember balance.
Yeah, that's right. Zen.
Actually, you know what I said about balance? You don't need to be balanced.
Yeah,
you need to be unbalanced.
That's actually a direct quote from
because
you over
if you're
going
to get every single bit of energy to be the best that you can be, you're going to have to be a little unbalanced.
Interesting.
Because you know why?
Why?
Because you don't go to sleep when you're tired. You go to sleep when you're done, son.
That's good advice.
That's right.
Grind don't stop, as they say.
And speaking of that, we have to talk about some hoops, and we'll talk some Grizzlies.
Which level of hoops?
College and NBA.
Oh, okay.
You have to say that you loved my college pick yesterday, Texas, baby.
Yeah, they won. I saw the highlights this morning on
Baylor.
They beat Baylor.
Yes, and they covered the 3.5, so that was a nice dub. The Lakers got their brains beat out. That was absolute beautiful. Did you see any of that? The Nets just destroyed them. No Anthony Davis, no LeBron James.
Yeah.
Again.
And Kyrie went for 26.
Yeah, he didn't even have to work.
And Cam Thomas, they're finally freeing him. He had 21 last night. He's been waiting to be freed for a while now. They're finally playing him again. They might be pawning him off for other players here during the trade deadline, but we'll see. No one cares about Cam Thomas. I don't know why I give you a Cam Thomas pit.
I was sitting here as quiet as I could because I was wondering. I was like, dude, what is wrong with this guy?
Nobody cares about Cam Thomas.
He's literally lost his deadgum mind.
Well, you know.
But
I have all this Cam Thomas information. I needed to get it out there.
But we're going to talk some college hoops today. We're going to talk. By the way, we got all kinds of SEC action today. You got Kentucky and Ole Miss tonight. You can catch them right here. Pregame starting at 7:30. Tips at 8 o'clock. It is on ESPN.
And here on Sports 56.
That's what I said. That's what I said. We start the broadcast right here.
Oh, you're right. You did say that.
I'm sorry. Here.
Right.
You jumped the gun. It's okay.
It's been a long day.
But you know what? Hey, the listeners appreciate it because they know tonight you can hear Ole Miss and Kentucky here.
Did you know that's going to be on 98.5 FM, Sports 56?
Yes, it is. It's going to be
crazy,
crazy.
Man.
It's crazy awesome.
I can't believe you didn't mention that.
I got it in now. And also, you can see on ESPN2, you got Texas A&M and Arkansas. Arkansas is hungry for a win. Texas A&M's been doing extremely well, which is shocking to me still. They're 7-1 in the Southeastern Conference, which the Southeastern Conference doesn't look as strong as it used to be. Vanderbilt's probably going to get destroyed tonight on the road at Alabama.
I don't know, John.
Alabama's coming off a loss to Oklahoma. Vanderbilt's going to get run out the gym. That's why Alabama's a 16-point favorite currently.
Run out the gym.
Run out the gym.
Run out the gym.
And if you got to get your fix a little bit early today, don't forget
gym.
we got Mississippi State and South Carolina playing at 5:30. That's on the SEC Network. So we got some good hoops tonight. Oh, and by the way, you know how the Big 12 and SEC Challenge happened, you know?
It happened.
Do you think it happens? Like, do they do that because SEC and the Big 12 always play on Big Tuesday?
I don't know.
Or
I think they do it.
2 for Tuesday, I mean.
I
get some SEC and Big 12 action.
I think they do it to make all the coaches' lives miserable.
I don't know.
Or maybe it's because it's a good TV product and people like watching it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know about that.
But it's stupid, John, and they need to get rid of it. Or move it back to December.
Okay.
What are we playing in January for, please? You're playing league games. You're trying to win your league. And you got to play this meaningless basketball game, like absolutely meaningless basketball game. Teams don't even have scouts. You saw, what was it, like in 8 of the 10 games, the home team won? That's very telling, is that these scouts aren't out on all these teams. It's all home teams just dominating because no one's preparing for this game. The coaches and players don't care. It's just a meaningless basketball game that's made for TV.
Okay, I feel Jay Morgan doesn't like these out-of-conference games.
I like them in December and November, where they belong. I
Okay,
don't like
just
that in the middle of
don't
league
bleed
play.
into January, dadgummit.
Well, it's league play. We're
I got
focused.
you.
We got a different focus
I
here.
feel you right now. Well, we got league action, Big 12.
Yeah!
We got Kansas State, who's number 7 in the country. We got Kansas, who's number 8 in the country. I think that's going to be just a little bit of a throwdown. Kansas is a 8.5-point favorite. That's at 7 o'clock. Big 12 action. And coming out of the ACC, you know what's on TV tonight?
No.
2 teams I really don't really care about.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. Duke and Wake Forest. When have they just been so? Who really cares?
I don't know. When?
I mean, Duke and neither one of them are ranked.
That's right.
So,
But Duke has the kid that might win Player of the Year.
Flipikowski.
Flipowski.
I thought it was Flipikowski.
Your guess would be better than mine, John.
Dude,
have
I think
no
my
idea.
guess is right. I watch a little more college basketball, but that doesn't mean I'm right.
I think it's
because
Filipowski.
Man, why don't you look it up? Why don't you do
John,
me a favor?
How about this? I have it pulled up right now. I was just trying to feign ignorance so that I didn't tell you, hey, John, it's Filipowski.
It's Philip. Say it again.
Filipowski.
Jay.
Yeah, see, that's what you get for coming at me strong. I was trying to be a good teammate.
You were, by the way,
you came at me strong.
I don't need you to be a good teammate. I need you to be like, you got to push me to be better. You know what I'm saying?
John, you idiot! It's Kyle Filipowski. What are you doing?
That's my boy.
No, I
right
would never
there.
do it like
that is
that.
perfect. That's what I'm talking about, Jay.
I don't like that.
Oh, well, you did it very well. I'm very proud of you. Over in the NBA, by the way, and again, by the way, sorry. Before I jump off college basketball, thank you again, Texas.
Please jump off of it, but go ahead.
But did you tell me you saw like if you had Iowa State -1, like maybe this person I know?
Was that you?
I'm grateful.
Why'd you bet against my alma mater, John? Why do you hate Lubbock, John?
Because they're not any good. The Red Raiders.
Whoa!
Texas Tech, dude.
Whoa!
Texas, dude. There was less than 13 minutes, and
packed house though.
I'm up
they stormed the court.
23 points.
Uh-huh.
I only laid 1. You know that, right? Yeah. It was Iowa State -1.
But the fat lady hadn't sung yet, John.
And you know what? I quit watching the game.
Wow, you turned it off.
Do you want to know something that I did too?
I would love to.
At the end of the night,
why the hell is my money not there?
And that's exactly what I started freaking. Like, I'm going to have to send a damn message to them. They screwed me. And then all of a sudden, Scott Van Pelt comes on the TV, and I see some bad beats. And then I'm like, I need to look this score up. Texas Tech blew a 23-point lead. I was furious. Those were tears, man.
It's not over till it's over, though, John.
It's not over till it's over. But last night in the NBA, we had a lot of action, and we're going to break down some NBA stuff today at noon since we will not have Gabe Kuhn.
Oh, that makes me happy.
So a lot of NBA action, but I need to bring up some stuff.
Not having Gabe. It makes me happy breaking down NBA. I should clarify because that was poorly timed. That makes me happy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? People actually know what you mean because we know you're a nice guy.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure.
You know, nice guys finish last, and we know, just the virgin thing.
I finished
with
early.
Your parents. That's my boy. I'm so proud of you, man. You're my boy, Blue. Last night, though, in the NBA, we had a bunch of stuff again. We're going to do that at noon. At 11:30, it is a Tuesday. We have CBSSports.com's David Cobb. We'll get in more deep into college basketball. 12:30, we have Hardwood. But I need to talk a little NFL action. And I'll probably expound on this in a little bit. But you know what was the most important thing that happened on Monday, right?
Brett Hull died.
I didn't know that, and I don't even know. Is that a hockey player?
He
I feel
is.
like I knew that.
He is.
Well, rest in peace.
First player to score 50 goals in a season.
Rest in peace, Holmes.
What else
he
happened
lived a
on
great
Monday?
life.
He was 84.
So congratulations.
Well, he's dead. Don't congratulate him. But go ahead,
No,
John.
for living a good life.
Yeah, congrats on your good life.
Yeah, that's on your good life.
What happened yesterday that I should know about?
The salary cap number is now been set.
In the National Basketball Association for football?
Nope, in the King. The
Football,
NFL. King football. And it's a pretty good leap. It's a pretty monster jump, actually. It's up $16 million from last year. If you go all the way back to 2019, the cap was $188.2 million. The 2023 cap will be $224.8 million. Again, up $16 million from just last year, and up, something like $36.5 million over the last 2 years. So it's going up, and there are teams that I wanted, like some noteworthy teams that I want to talk about, because we're going to discuss the San Francisco, who's going to be the starting quarterback next year. You remember I said it was 100% going to be Brock Purdy. That was before he tore his UCL.
You said both. So we could always just ignore.
Well, wait, like you mean the Tom Brady thing?
No. You said Jimmy G, and then you changed it to Brock.
No. I said Jimmy G.
If it was right now.
No. After like 2 games, if he came back healthy in the playoffs, who would you start? It was like after 3. Brock Purdy had won like 3 games in a row and looked all great.
It was when the playoffs started.
No, it was not.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man, was it?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? My memory is not serving me very well today.
I think it actually might have been week 17, so it was the last week of the season.
Oh, yeah, and I came back after he won week 18.
And he did. In your defense, he throws some really good passes. He had that rollout to the right that he threw in the end zone. Not a play that Jimmy Garoppolo could make.
And I did make the apology, but did I not?
You did.
But so I said, and I also argued with you. I said, I guarantee you Brock Purdy is going to be the starting quarterback next year.
You did.
I said Trey Lance is going to be traded to Tennessee, yada, 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 yada. Now, like all this Tom Brady talk to San Francisco has me kind of, interesting. And also the numbers coming out yesterday made me think. And by the way, just back to the number for 2 seconds. Listen to this. The top 5 teams with the most cap space. Chicago has $91.8 million. How about you spend some of that money and go get Justin Fields some damn help? That's a lot of money to go out there and get some talent. You have Atlanta, who's second. It falls all the way to $56.4 million. New York Giants, $44.7. Sad if they re-sign Daniel Jones and and Barkley and all them take up most of that cap space.
They
it's not
can't
going
sign
to be
both.
improve.
They can't sign both.
It's going to be.
But even so, Daniel Jones isn't going to take up that much cap space, will he?
No.
Do you think there's a big market for Daniel Jones out there?
No. But he's going to take up, $20 million, $25 million, the way they do with the bonus or whatever. I'm sure they'll work the cap number down, but it's still going to be a chunk. Now, Cincinnati is they're fourth. They have $43.7 million. And I will say this right now. Most of that's going to be eaten up by Joe Burrow. But what you do with the rest of it, you go out there and you sign Orlando Brown to protect Joe Burrow and keep your investment upright. He's a free agent. Go get him immediately. And then there's the sorry Houston Texans at $39.2 million. The funny thing is, though, there's some teams that are in cap purgatory. The Saints are $58.5 million over the cap. The Bucks are $55 million over the cap. The Titans are next at $23.6 million over the cap. Boy, that makes me wonder. Derrick Henry, is his time in Nashville about done? Is this when you trade assets and they're about to have a sell-off? No wonder John Robinson's definitely fired.
Maybe, but they already did that once with another star player. And do you think they'd be willing to do that again? Or will the scars of A.J. Brown resonate so much that they're going to sign Derrick Henry, even if it monetarily doesn't make the best financial sense in the world?
Tell you one thing. They're going to have to do something. I'm not going to pretend to know what it is.
Yeah, I'm not a business guy. When it comes to this kind of stuff for basketball, because I'm a basketball guy, when it comes to this kind of stuff for basketball people, fans always are like, well, they should do this for the money, or they should think about the future in this regard.
Well, that's what makes being a fan fun.
Yeah, well, I don't know enough about business or the front office workings or the salary cap or salaries of each player to even pretend to know that kind of stuff. I know about basketball, and that's the end of the story. So I always find it funny that fans tend to feel on behalf of the front office and the owners instead of just wanting their team to be good. For instance, with this Grizzlies stuff, you got a lot of people who are like, you can't trade those three first-round picks. We need those for the... Why the hell do you care about the salaries of the players and the future of picks? Don't you want to win games? I want to go get another good player to put on this team right now and be good. Dude, that's what I care about.
That's kind of funny you said that. It made me think about Titans fans who were complaining about getting Trey Lance, who's an unproven commodity, because they want to get more draft picks to go and draft an unproven commodity. I was like, does that make it? Do they not realize what they just said? Like, come on, Titans fan.
You just don't like Trey Lance in that case.
I think that's exactly what
just
it is.
Just say what you mean. I don't like this guy.
I don't like this guy. By the way, back to San Francisco, since we brought up Trey Lance, and I'm going to tie this all up. San Francisco only has $13.697 million of total cap. They have a great team. They got a left tackle that'll keep whoever's, upright. They got Run CMC. Their defense is absolutely dope with Bosa and Warner over there. They got everything they need. Through the draft, I would draft a little bit more in the secondary to try to get somebody to help out Ward. But they are a stacked team. Is this the easy bake oven for Tom Brady to go out to his hometown, his childhood dream, and ride off into the sunset for one more year and maybe get San Francisco a championship?
Yes.
Probably, because he's known to take less money. I told you what the cap was.
So Mike Florio says.
If you sign him up, bing, bang, boom, man, that's a listen, Brock Purdy can learn behind the GOAT. I don't know. And the only thing is some people are saying Kyle Shanahan loves a running quarterback. Kyle Shanahan loves an athletic quarterback.
I think Kyle Shanahan would adapt, John.
It's not just that, but look what Kyle Shanahan did with Matt Ryan. Remember, he was the offensive coordinator and took the Falcons team to a Super Bowl. Now, did they blow it to Tom Brady and the Patriots somehow? Yes, they did. But they got all the way to the Super Bowl. He's had statues of his quarterbacks. You think Jimmy G is mobile? No.
Oh, man.
Now,
underrated
would he be excited about being able to have a quarterback that run? Kyle Shanahan has always dreamed about it. But guess what?
Trey Lance.
He's made it happen with non-mobile. I mean, Brock Purdy ain't out there like running freaking track. You know what I'm saying?
He's also the last pick in the draft.
Yes, he was.
I no disrespect, but he was the last pick in the draft.
So I think it would be a good fit. By the way, you know what? I'm late. Why don't you do me a favor? Hold your man. How did I get here at 11:25?
You mean every day?
Do I do this every day?
Or just specifically today?
Well, no, just today.
Well, you just get on a roll, John. And I'm not really looking at the clock either because I'm enthralled in what you're saying and trying to follow along, and I forget about the clock too.
You know how to brown nose to a point where I can not say anything.
Oh, do
but
I poop
love
on my
you.
nose?
You know, but like what you said, I'm so enthralled with what you're saying.
I was
don't
following
have time
along
to do my
Did
job.
you also hear that Mike LaFleur is getting courted by the
Matt LaFleur?
No, Mike. His brother. The one that just got fired as the GM of the OC of the Jets.
Are you serious?
He's going to be Sean McVay is immediately contacted him and wants to hire him. Sean McVay, kingmaker of OCs, by the way. Kevin O'Connell, Zach Taylor.
I
can't think of another one, but there has to be another one in that list.
Well,
Kingmaker.
I'm proud of you, Kingmaker. We're back in Two Shakes talking to David Cobb, CBSSports.com. We got a lot of college basketball to break down on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry: Honda mowers, trimmers, and generators, Steel blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws, Echo trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws, plus quality products from Red Mat and Shindawa. And they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Los Cabos is famous for their authentic Mexican food. great steak fajitas, enchilada tacos, and unbelievable seafood freshly flown in from crab legs to shrimp, and Los Cabos handcrafted margaritas. Come watch your favorite game. 4 locations to choose from: Quince, Bartlett, Germantown, and Goodman Road. Take advantage of the Los Cabos Daily Happy Hour specials. Monday and Tuesdays, 2-for-1 margaritas on the rocks from 3 to 7 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesday from 3 to 7 p.m., Margaritas Jumbo, $6.99, Flavored Margarita Jumbo, $7.99, and House Wine, $4. Los Cabos Weekend Special is Jumbo Lime Margaritas, $6.99. Come to Los Cabos, best Mexican sports bar in town. Get a Sports 56 beer and lunch special starting at $7. Daily beer specials, all draft beer, 16-ounce, $2.99. Los Cabos, the best Mexican sports bar in town.
The new year has begun, and Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike is starting the year right with a Start Something New sales event. How about 1.9 for up to 72 months? Plus, you may qualify for $2,000 bonus cash and $500 Conquest bonus cash towards your new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. Get 2022 Jeep Renegade Sport 4x4, $399 a month, or buy it for $28,990. You got a need for speed? We Gossett in 2022 Dodge Charger XSD, $470 a month. But if you can't find exactly what you're looking for, we can get your dream car ordered today. No extra charges, no market adjustments, no more than MSRP at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. So drive past the rest and come to the best. Gossett on the Pike, or shop online GossettMotorcars.net.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motorcars.
Cherokee P8 79072, MSRP 55432, 1.972 months. Trade or own any non-Stellantis vehicle. Must own for a minimum of 30 days and have a current registration to qualify any 2023 Cherokee offer. Renegade NPN 79312, MSRP 30,080. Charger NH 261941, MSRP 35630. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2023. Dealer stock only.
Looking for a cigar lounge to call your own? One that offers a laid-back environment with a full bar, comfortable seats to kick back in and enjoy a beer or a cocktail, and a cigar. The G-Spot, Memphis's premier cigar lounge, is just for you. Offered a wide selection of cigars, and it's open 7 days a week, starting at 12 noon for your smoking pleasure. G-Spot Cigar Lounge is now offering a limited number of memberships that provide a locker and a humidor credit. For more information, call the G-Spot Cigar Lounge, 901-801-4276.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan. He's in the house, and we're so blessed to be born and alive.
That's true.
And here to hear
Such
at this
a good
present
point.
moment.
That's such a good point.
David Cobb. Because if we weren't born, guess what? We wouldn't be here at David Cobb today. We'd be stuck somewhere in another dimension.
Ask David where he's on the road to.
Ooh, is he on the road to something special?
He is.
What up, DC?
Yo, what's up? Coming at you live from the New Jersey Turnpike on the way to Fairleigh Dickinson University.
All right, you got to tell the peeps, what are you going to be doing at Fairleigh?
Well, I guess I can reveal the story idea. They have the nation's smallest lineup. They start 2 guys, one 5'8", the other 5'9". One of the smallest lineups of the modern era in college basketball. And they have tripled their win total from last season. So I figured, hey, we're in Jersey. I might as well go up there and figure out what's going on and how these guys have done this with the smallest lineup in the country. So, you know, it has nothing to do with the fact that I was an undersized guard who is only 5'9" myself. That has nothing to do with my interest in the story, I promise.
Oh, snap.
Maybe a little, but anyway, yeah, it should be interesting.
Wow, 7-2 in their league this year. That's actually pretty. That's right. I was expecting it to be like triple their win total, but they're still not very good. 7-2 in their league so far. That's really good.
Yeah, and they almost beat Loyola Chicago on the road in the opener. So, you know, pretty decent non-conference slate there and with some degree of difficulty. And, you know, they could end up in the big dance. Like, they'll either be if they do, they'll be a 15 or a 16. But, you know, if they pull a historic upset in a couple months, I'll be the guy who has the story, you know. So
that is awesome, by the way.
The exclusive.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this idea. And so when is this bad boy going to drop on CBSSports.com?
That's a good question. I don't know. Let's see. Today's Tuesday, so I got to write it. That's always the hard part. It's like, okay, doing the interviews and the research is like the easy part, but then you actually have to sit down at the computer and like make your brain work. So probably like Thursday or Friday at the earliest.
Man, sounds good. I'll be looking. But always, you can check out David at cbssports.com. And don't forget, he's always here on Tuesday at 11:30, right here on Sports 56. You can find him on Twitter at David W. Cobb. Cobb, last night was buck wild. I had Iowa State minus 1 point. They lost the damn game in overtime. They were up 23 points with about 12, 13 minutes left in the ball game. I don't know. After a while, I ended up turning the channel and watching other things in this world. It makes me want to cry because I thought I had this thing in the bag. How does that happen?
Yeah, that was wild. The crazy thing is Iowa State's Caleb Grill, I think he hit 8 threes in that game. It's just the Big 12.
That was all. Wasn't all of 24 of his points from the 3-point line?
Yeah, and Jay Morgan Harder can tell you how hostile it is in Lubbock. Although it appeared in that game that due to the weather and whatnot, maybe the crowd wasn't that great. Maybe that also has something to do with the fact that Texas Tech was 0-8 in the league going into that game. But the point is, it's just really hard to win on the road in the Big 12. And Iowa State is not some explosive offensive team that's just going to blow your doors off. So, I mean, that's just what it is. I don't think that'll be Texas Tech's last win in the Big 12, even though they've been a doormat to this point.
Oh, they stormed the court, though, David. That was crazy.
They did. They were excited, but also Iowa State helped them out a lot. Shot early in the shot clock, went 12 for 21 at the free throw line in the game. They did hit, 9 threes. 8 of them came from Grill, but I mean, come on. They had a 23-point lead. I had a -1, 13th team in the country. I thought this thing was in the bag.
Yeah, but Iowa State, I mean, that cuts both ways. I mean, they came back from a 17-point deficit to beat somebody a couple weeks ago.
I didn't have money on that one.
Yeah, I know. Well, Iowa State's still a good team, man. They're going to be in the dance. There's no worry about that. And the thing is, that loss, even as bad as Texas Tech's record is, it's not going to hurt Iowa State's resume all that much because if I had to guess, I still think it's probably either a quad 1 loss or could be at the season's end because if Texas Tech stays in the top 75 in the net going on the road, that's still a quad 1 game. So it's ultimately not that costly, though. It sounds as though it might have hurt you in the wallet just a bit.
Well, I was fired up, though. I did have also Texas minus the 3.5 last night, even though all the, quote, experts said to take Baylor plus the 3.5. I loved that one at home. They had lost, 6 straight times to Baylor. They hadn't won since, 2019. They got it done last night in their new Coliseum. That place is bad to the bone. Texas, after getting beat by the Vols, not having to play Kansas or Kansas State yet, how good are they really?
Yeah, Texas is good. Terry has done there as the interim head coach following the debacle of Chris Beard's domestic violence situation. What a terrible situation to have to take over those players came to play for Chris Beard, and now Chris Beard is gone in the worst possible circumstances. So Rodney Terry
is doing a fabulous job.
Because he's got head coaching experience. He was a good before at UTEP and Fresno State. So to have a guy like that you can turn to on staff, man, that's huge for Texas because I think he's got a shot to win the job outright now and be their next head coach because he's kept that thing together and kept them competitive in a really tough league. So, yeah, that's a good team, a good roster. Marcus Carr has taken a huge step forward. Texas is going to be right there at the end in the Big 12 and have a chance to make a run in the dance.
Well, this is their opportunity because this is really his opportunity because they just beat Baylor, then they go to Kansas State, then they go to Kansas. If he can get, at least one of those bad boys, that's going to be huge. But go ahead, Jay Morgan. I know you had something.
I wanted to move. I don't mean to move us away from the Big 12, but I want to go out west to the Gonzaga Bulldogs and Drew Timme. And I know that Brett and Bryant asked you about this yesterday, David, but I have an idea. You know how Ole Miss baseball won the national championship this year and probably their worst team in terms of competitiveness in order to win it. This was the year they won it of all years. Could Gonzaga be going through the same year? Of all the years Gonzaga to win a championship, finally get over the hump, could this be the year they don't have that marquee player that they always have?
No.
Well, it's gonna take some good matchups for Gonzaga because they are not elite from an athletic and just ultra talent standpoint. Like, they don't have a Chet Holmgren or a Jalen Suggs. And Drew Timmy's a star, don't get me wrong, but he's not an NBA lottery pick type of star. So they're just going to have to get some good matchups. They're still a good team, obviously. There's no doubt about that. But I don't think, like, if they were to run up against an elite-level Big 12 team like a Kansas or somebody like that in the NCAA tournament, I'm going with Kansas just on talent and athleticism. But if Gonzaga gets a favorable path, like the path Kansas had last year, by the way, where everything just unfolds perfectly for them, yeah, they're good enough. But ultimately, like, if I had to put money on, hey, this Gonzaga team is in the Sweet 16.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think they can get any farther. I'm not sold on him. And plus, Drew Timme is about it. Like, I don't think he's an NBA player at all. Like, he could play for Jackie Moon. I don't know if you know what Jackie Moon is.
Of course he does.
Have you seen Semi-Pro? Cobb? Oh, I lost Cobb.
No, I'm here. No. Drew Timme's going to play professional ball. It ain't going to be in the NBA.
Yeah, that's why I was saying he could play with Jackie Moon. Remember Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro? Never mind. It's too funny to me. I'm just a child.
Will Ferrell, right?
That's
right.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to love me sexy.
Now, back to the Big 12, Jay. Kansas State and Kansas play tonight. I can't wait to see this one. Kansas somehow is an 8.5-point favorite currently. This game should be pretty awesome. Who you got and why, David? Or who should I bet on and why?
Well, I mean, I did a picks post on this game for our site, and I went with Kansas State against the spread. I think it was, 5.5 or something?
It's up to 8.5 now.
Oh, shoot, yeah. I mean,
yeah, right now I can get it right there.
Well, look, Kansas, even before they snapped out of this 3-game funk with the big win at Kentucky this past Saturday, even before then, like when they were winning, they weren't blowing teams out. I mean, their first 3 home games in Big 12 play, they won by a combined 8 points. Now they've got a single-game spread of 8.5 against Kansas State, who's leading the conference. I don't know. I think the Wildcats have proven they've gone on the road. They beat Texas on the road. They beat Baylor on the road. So I think K-State is competitive enough to keep this one close. I mean, they won outright straight up in Manhattan a couple weeks ago. So I don't think they're going to be fazed by Allen Fieldhouse. But the reality is, man, if they win this game tonight, it'd be their first season sweep of Kansas in 40 years. So that would be wild. But I definitely think they're good enough to cover that 8.5.
Dude, I like the plus 8.5. But did you say 40 years for a season sweep?
Yeah, I mean, and
wow.
So they did win. They did win in Lawrence, and I think it was 2006, but they lost at home that year. So they haven't swept it in 40 years.
All right, I've talked a lot of Big 12 because the Big 12 is definitely asserted itself as the best conference in college basketball. Tennessee took care of business against Texas, but I mean Alabama was bully whipped by Oklahoma. Florida fell pretty bad to Kansas State. Kansas dropped Kentucky. I mean, the Big 12 kind of ran a little bit rough shot. West Virginia beating Auburn. I mean, Missouri and Mississippi State won, but they're not too, I'm just not really sold on them. So, that, I don't really care about them. But I'm just saying, Big 12, by far best conference in college basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. There's really no question in my mind.
How many do they get in?
Best. How many do they get in? I'd say 7. I mean, I think obviously you got Kansas, Baylor, Texas, those are your bell cows. TCU, really good as well. Iowa State's going to go dancing. So, I mean, it kind of becomes a question of, can Oklahoma find a way to sneak in? And I'll tell you what, that big win over Alabama certainly helps their case. There's no doubt. And then Oklahoma State, good team, can they find a way to get in? West Virginia, can they find a way? I think of those teams I mentioned, I think 1 or 2 of them will. So I think the Big 12 will end up with 7 of their 10. Which is pretty awesome when you think about it, because that's 70% of your teams. Nobody else in the country is going to have that percentage. I mean, the SEC will be lucky to get 6, and the Big 10, might get 8, but they're not going to have a 70% rate for sure.
It's Tuesday night, so we got a lot of SEC hoops right now. Is Kentucky going to go down and just beat the brakes off of poor little Ole Miss?
I would expect
take some frustration out, because that line's only 7.5, and I'm like, Kentucky probably is a little bit frustrated right now. I could see them going out there and just smacking down the Rebs.
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on from the beyond the arc. That's been the issue for Kentucky as of late. Is their three-point shooting, even when they were winning those 4 games in a row, their three-point shooting was not very good. And you're going on the road now, and Ole Miss doesn't have a ton of firepower, but you're going to have to make more than 2 or 3 three-pointers. And they only made 2 at home in that loss to Kansas on Saturday. That was insane. C.J. Frederick and Antonio Reeves were 0 of 8 combined. So they gotta get a little more from their shooters, Kentucky does, to keep this run of success going that they had before that Kansas game. So, I mean, that's the issue. So 7.5 could be a little bit of a problem, but Ole Miss is so bad that I'd be hard-pressed to bet against Kentucky tonight.
Greg Peterson has Kentucky favored by 5.5.
Ooh, that's a very good. Wow.
Greg's
wow.
the goat.
He is. David, are you a Naismith or Wooden Award voter?
I am not. I vote on our CBS Sports Player of the Year, CBS Sports All-American teams, CBS Sports Coach of the Year, but I don't do any of the national stuff on the basketball side.
Well, that's good enough for me, honestly. So I'm watching Purdue play, and this guy, Zach Edey, who everyone thinks is the Player of the Year, and Ken Pomeroy and all the metrics, like, this guy's the Player of the Year. He's 7'4". I don't think I've seen him make a shot outside of the charge arc all year. He leads the league in rebounds. Is this guy the real deal, or is he just a product of being 7'4", where all of his opposing bigs are 6'8"?
No, look, because he still has skill. He's coordinated. Most 7'4" guys are not coordinated. Most 7'4" guys, they can't stay out of foul trouble. That's one thing that Zach Edey does remarkably well for a player of his size, is he stays out of foul trouble. He fouls, I think it's 1.6 fouls per game in over 30 minutes per game. So that's another part of it, is the conditioning. How often do we see a 7'4" guy that's able to run up and down the court for 30-plus minutes a game without getting in foul trouble? So, yes, the height makes him automatically effective around the rim offensively, but the reality is I give him so much credit for staying out of foul trouble and for being in good shape. I mean, I know those things sound so basic, but without those
this is
elements of
Memphis.
his
Remember,
game,
we have Dre Williams, who can't stay out of foul trouble, and Jaren Jackson Jr., so Memphians feel what you're saying.
Exactly. Jaren Jackson Jr., as great as he is at blocking shots, could benefit, I think, from watching Zach Edey go straight up and down on defense in some situations.
What if there's a situation, if you get in the tournament, or in the conference tournament for that matter, but really the NCAA tournament, where he does get into foul trouble? What happens to Purdue then?
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's what we talked about yesterday. I think if you're looking for Purdue to get upset, that's how you do it. You attack Zach Edey, and I think kind of the way to do that is to be aggressive on the offensive boards, because he's somebody who he's so active defensively on rebounding that he could accidentally come down over the back if you've got all 5 guys crashing the boards, because Purdue's not a team that gets out and runs at a super high clip, so they're not going to burn you on the break. So you can crash the boards on them without having to worry about getting toasted in transition. So, I mean, I think that's the way to maybe get Zach Edey into foul trouble and pull an upset on those guys. And they do have some of their more difficult Big Ten games coming up, so I don't think Purdue is going to run the table here in the Big Ten, but they are going with almost certainty to be a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. And the fact is they've not made a Final Four under Matt Painter. So, they still got some naysayers and some critics to answer, even with Zach Edey being so dominant.
Yeah, against Michigan State, he had 8 offensive rebounds and 5 defensive rebounds. That's remarkable. Not that he does it every game. That's just a crazy stat, though.
I got one more question for you. Tonight on the Deuce, we got the Razorbacks playing Texas A&M. Texas A&M's been great in SEC play. Razorbacks only 3-5 in the Southeastern Conference. They need a win really bad at Bud Walton Arena. They're a 3.5-point favorite. Do you like A&M going on the road, or can Arkansas hold court?
Yeah, I like Arkansas. I don't know if it's tonight, but at some point in the near future, they're going to start putting some wins together, and we're going to see Arkansas be a factor and get off the bubble, I think, and be on the right side of the bubble on Selection Sunday. This is an interesting game, though. Texas A&M is as hot as anyone in the SEC. They actually have a chance to win the league. As crazy as that sounds, Alabama's been showing its warts.
I was going to say, Alabama's one loss away from being right there tied with A&M.
Yeah, and we know that Tennessee is one bad shooting stretch away from taking a terrible L somewhere where they shouldn't. So Texas A&M, as horrific as they were in the non-con, they actually have a chance to compete for an outright SEC title, which kind of blows my mind. So I think going into Bud Walton, though, I think that Arkansas fan base is still bought in. I think they'll be lit for tonight's game. And I think Arkansas is going to play its way off the bubble because Musselman has such a track record of getting guys to gel as the season goes on. And I think they're just still learning how to play without Brazile and without Nick Smith, and they're going to figure that out, and they're going to be a good team.
I can't remember. Was Tennessee Vols basketball ranked number 1 overall in the last 20 years? Because if they get to number 1, that means they will have their baseball team, their football team, and their basketball team at some point during the year number 1 in the country.
That's wild. Yeah, no, they were number 1 in the AP poll briefly during Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield, and then I think they went out and lost to Vandy. But no, yeah, they were. But that
and they're
is a
2 right
crazy
now.
point.
They're number 2 right now. So you got to say right now, the Vols, I mean, they got it going on. I mean, you got football, who was number 1 when they went down to play to Georgia. Tony V, he's got everything going with the baseball. They were number 1. They're preseason top 5. I think they're are they number 2 or number 1 overall?
Yeah, I don't get that one. The baseball team lost like eight starters. I don't understand that. But hey, Tony V, right? Like, we'll see.
Yeah, well, they also have, again, the top recruiting class, so he does his thing. But, man, that's pretty impressive for your alma mater. How good is this basketball team? You saw their defense, I thought, play very effective against Texas, but it was their offense that they were actually made some threes.
Yeah, no, that's the key for Tennessee is can they get enough buckets from enough people? And I think when you go back and look at the Kentucky loss, you'll see that Zakai Ziegler missed a lot of shots he normally makes at the rim. Well, against Texas, he had one of his best games of the season. And so when you're getting that points production from Zakai Ziegler, it really opens things up for a lot of other guys. And so, I mean, I think that was really the key for me in that Texas game was Zakai Ziegler playing one of his best games in a Tennessee uniform. And Tennessee basically being unbeatable if they're going to score 80 points in the game. They're just so good defensively that on those days when they're shooting the ball well, they're just going to be nearly impossible to beat.
By the way, rank your coaches. Who you got number 1?
You already had him do this,
2,
didn't
3.
you?
No, how did you do this?
I think it was him.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah, man, I'm going Tony V, number 1,
All the way?
I think.
I thought it was you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Rick Barnes, man, that's tough. They got 3 good ones right now. I got to see more from Heupel, I think, before I put him more than 3rd on that list. But
well, he's getting
man,
that money.
You know what? I'm so jealous, man. You know, after all the crap I suffered through as a student journalist at UC and then being on the beat, they were so bad in so many different sports while I was there. I mean, for crying out loud, you know, even Pat Summitt, she had her diagnosis while I was there as a student. So even the one program you thought you could depend on at Tennessee went through the worst possible scenario when I was there. And now, look at them now, guys. They're one of the best athletic departments in the country. So I guess they just had to get rid of me, you know?
No. It was good for you because now you're one of the best writers in the country.
Exactly. Now you can just write about the Vols and push that narrative to the whole country.
I know. I need to get over there and do something on them. I caught a practice earlier this year, but their defense is worth some publicity, that's for sure.
Make sure you follow my favorite and I think the best journalist in the country, David Cobb, on Twitter at David W. Cobb. Read all his work at cbssports.com, and we'll be looking forward to that Fairleigh Dickinson article. All the short guards who kind of remind you of this guy I think you know.
No, it's a miracle that I didn't get lost navigating New Jersey while talking to you guys. So good times. Thanks for helping me pass the time.
Hey, man, thanks for being, man. Thank you, and be blessed. That is David Cobb. That is really kind. He was on the, I forgot, you just think he knows everything off. I mean, Google does help, right? Doesn't Google tell you which way to go?
What's Google, John?
Oh, but wait a second. He was on the telephone, so how was he looking at his Google?
He wasn't.
And he couldn't hear it talk to him because he was on the phone with us.
Yeah, well, he's using map.
You know what? I'll tell you one thing. I think we just, I think we might have, did we put him in a dangerous situation?
No, John, he wasn't hands-free. He was at Bluetooth. He was in the Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, you can't talk on the phone
it's
in your
against
car?
the law, John.
When did that happen?
September 2008.
Oh, no, that's not true. No. I got to find out the truth. Is it really against the law to drive on your cell phone?
You ever seen Happy Gilmore, or Billy Madison?
Of course I have.
I was on TV this morning. I was watching it, and one of the first scenes is Adam Sandler sitting in the pool, and he goes, "What day is it?" And Norm Macdonald looks up, October? Funny.
I don't know what that had to do with what we were talking about, but that is funny and makes me laugh. Don't touch the dial. Right. We're back at Two Shakes. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports56 WHBQ.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Streaming only on Peacock. From the mind of Ryan Johnson, the writer-director of Knives Out.
Miss Gale, you've got this gift. Always knowing the truth.
I only know if something is a lie. The real trick of it is to figure out why.
Natasha Lyonne is Charlie Cale.
It wasn't an accident. I think there's been a murder.
You watch too much Dateline.
A new 10-part mystery series.
Wolves on my fender. I gotta keep moving. I have been kind of a death magnet.
Poker Face. Streaming now only on Peacock.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text JUDGE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text JUDGE to 321-321. That's JUDGE to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Forte PE 573, MSRP 21335, K5 LSX 00991 8857, MSRP 26805. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/2023 with approved credit. Dealer stock only. Warranties a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Hey, Jeff, my man, are you ready to almost give away some new Kias today to start the new year off right at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
You bet I am, Randy. How about 41 MPG Highway and your new 2023 Kia Forte LXS, only $254 a month. 36-month lease, $27.99 due at sign.
Hey, Jeff, how about that new K5? That thing's awesome.
We got it at just $319 a month. 36-month lease, $31.99 due at signing. Plus, with all your new Kias, you know you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. And if you don't see exactly what you want, I'll order it for you, and you won't pay over MSRP at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio.
Hey, John.
Jay Morgan Harder, that's him right there.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah,
So we had an off-air conversation yesterday. First of all, Brian Takis did a great job sitting in on Sportstime yesterday as the host with Brett Norsworthy.
Man, you brown nose everywhere, and I love it.
Well,
I think it's
say
the smartest thing to do.
I say that to say this. Brian Takis is an idiot. And you and I had a conversation yesterday, John, about the new show Poker Face on Peacock. With Natasha Lyonne. You said you watched it with
That's
Chaz.
Lady Gaga. I did watch it. I watched episode number 1.
And you said
great.
You said you didn't like the woman. What didn't you like about her? Her voice, or you just didn't think she was?
I think she has. I mean, I don't like. Are you?
Well,
really
Bryant said to me. He said that woman's voice is dumb. It's annoying.
No, I like
Please,
her
man.
voice.
Me too.
I like her personality
Yes.
and her character.
Me too.
She's rough around the edges.
Great way to put it, John.
And what I mean by that, and what I was saying to you yesterday, what I think you misconstrued.
No. I really just wanted to poop on Brian. I don't want to poop on you.
Well, thank you. I'm just also defending myself because you kind of did throw out my dirty laundry there.
No, I didn't tell you what you said. I actually, to be quite truthful, I don't remember what you said about it. I thought you said what he said. Is her voice was bad.
No. I thought the show was great. Poker Face. I think
Columbo.
I've only seen one episode. Yes, it's like Columbo. It's like it shows you the murder, and then it watches her figure it out.
It's great.
And like figure out the whole thing throughout. And you kind of dig that. I kind of dig it.
Also a show that still holds up, Columbo. If you want to watch an old show, Columbo is still great, man. And it's still on Peacock.
Now this is much better because I like her because she's rougher around the edges. She drinks like a fish.
And she's not an actual police officer.
She's the best gambler. She's not a police officer. She's like she's on the run because she's like people want to kill her because she's like the best. She can read people that tell lies.
She knows too much.
God, I could not handle being around this woman, man. It would freak me out. I'd be a nervous wreck.
But she also does that thing, Columbo, when he's on to the case and he's talking to the murderer, he starts to like play dumb. He's like, "Oh, I didn't. Well, that settles that then.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
She's smart.
She does the same thing though. She'll
she
play
screwed
dumb
a guy
around.
so bad. Instead of putting him in jail, he committed suicide and jumped off of a building.
Literally, like slow walked over the.
It just went off.
Spoiler alert!
Sorry,
first episode.
spoiler
That's
alert.
okay. But you should watch the show. It's a great show, and I just had to out Bryant because we just played that commercial for Poker Face, and he was like, "That woman's voice is annoying."
That's why.
Watch the show.
By the way,
man.
do you know that's why I watched it?
Yeah, I've been telling
because
you about
the
it.
advertisement is really good, and I never even think about the peacock because I just don't think about saying peacock. And now I watched the Poker Face.
New episode Thursday. Make sure you tune in. It's a great show. Also on NBC tonight, a new episode of the new Night Court. We're still out on this. Jury's still out on that one. It's probably not very good.
No pun intended.
Night Court.
But the jury's still out.
Oh, I didn't even think. Literally no pun intended.
Yeah.
Didn't even realize I said that. Wow, juries are in court and Night Court's in court.
Yeah. Now, I haven't seen this one. Is it good or bad?
You seen old Night Court? It's not
Yeah,
as good.
old.
It's not
Like,
as good as
yeah,
that.
Harry, man.
Harry's not in it. Harry's
Bull.
funny too. Bull. There's no Bull in it too. The only character that's still in it is Dan, John Larroquette.
And I didn't even like
Roz
him
is a
then.
great character too, man. Roz is great. Oh yeah, watch the old Night Court. Don't watch this one. I'll tell you if you're gonna watch this one.
Now, there are hoops tonight, by the way, not just shows. We do have Kansas State and Kansas, number 7 versus number 8. Kansas is an 8.5-point favorite. We also have some ACC action, Duke and Wake Forest. We have tons of SEC action. I feel bad for Vanderbilt, who has to go to Alabama after they lost last week to
Nah,
Oklahoma.
they'll be fine, John.
They're going to get smoked, I believe it. I believe it, man. And TCU plays West Virginia in what should be a basketball game. West Virginia's beat Auburn, and TCU's at home, 15th in the country. But TCU, something's kind of fishy. You know what they're favored by?
What?
1.5.
What about that Ole Miss line? Greg only says 5.5.
And I don't. Right now, Greg, I know for a fact, does a lot of.
Don't
uppers.
say it, John.
He definitely does a lot of uppers.
Don't say it.
He's a tweaker, and I think right now he's been up too many days, and he's a little bit off.
Ken Pomeroy only has Kentucky by 3.
Well, Ken, let me just say it. I'll just go. Ken's an idiot. All
What is happening?
We're back at Two Shakes. We got to talk NBA. We got tons of hardwood because it feels so good. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Everyone needs protection, whether you're on the field or on the road, so make sure you have the best. Bob Simpson State Farm Insurance can buckle you up with auto insurance, can back you up with life and health insurance, cover your business whether it's starting, growing, or maturing, and don't forget to insure your home, no matter if you're an owner or a renter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Bob Simpson today at 901-381-1233 or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson.
They say you can't have it all. The incredibly versatile Mercedes-Benz SUV family proves otherwise. Top-of-the-line vehicles, each groundbreaking in their own right. There's the versatile GLC, the optional third-row GLB, the powerhouse GLE, the agile GLA, and the brilliantly cutting-edge Mercedes-Benz GLS. Each SUV boasts the seamless technology you'd expect from a signature Mercedes-Benz vehicle. With the category-leading safety innovations, your family deserves. From MBUX voice-activated technology to pre-safe collision response that initiates passenger protection measures in a matter of seconds. Each SUV in this family built to protect what matters most, your family. The exceptional 2023 Mercedes-Benz SUV family. Intelligence not yet seen from SUVs. A family of distinct models, all equally impressive. Test drive one of the 8 impressive models at your local dealer or learn more now at MBUSA.com.
Is your tub worn out, but you're not sure who to trust to replace it? With over 2 million successful bath remodels, people trust Bathfitter because we know how to do it right. We've been custom designing and manufacturing baths for over 35 years. Our unique tub-over-tub installation takes as little as a day with no demo to fit your busy schedule. And we offer a lifetime warranty on every tub. That's how confident we are in our quality and durability. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
It's time to get your Kia on at Gossett Kia on the Pike. And Bobby J is ready to put you in a new Kia today. You ready for a road trip? How about 41 MPG Highway and your new 2023 Kia Forte LXS? $254 a month, 36-month lease, $27.99 due at signing. Or rock out in your new 2023 Kia Soul. Only $272 a month, 36-month lease, $27.99 due at signing. And if we don't have what you want, not a problem. Let Bobby J order a new ride for you today, and you won't pay over MSRP. Plus, you always get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today at Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Forte LXS PE 573,573, MSRP 21,335, Soul P 789,935, MSRP 21,835. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2023. Dealer stock only. Warranties and limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. We got some crazy stuff to talk about today because we got a little hardwood because it feels so good at 12:30. But right now it's 12 o'clock. We're about to talk a little NBA, but since I did say it's 12, you might be hungry. Man, doesn't Central...
I'm starving.
You're starving?
I forgot to eat my sandwich.
Well, I'm about to make you even hungry because you could go get a pulled pork sandwich right now with a little slaw and some barbecue sauce on it from Central Barbecue, and it'd be good, son. If you're healthy, you want to get some turnip greens that are straight fire. I love that. The barbecue beans, their potato salad, their fries, their dead gum ribs are out of control if you want a big old lunch. Or you can ship that barbecue anywhere in the world. Just go to eatcbq.com. Maybe you want to close a business deal. Maybe you want to tell somebody like a brother who's from Memphis who's been gone and they're like out and stuck in California. A buddy of mine I was talking to last night, he's like, I hadn't had any good Central Barbecue in so long. And I was like, dadgummit, I'm going to ship you some. So I went to eatcbq.com, bing, bang, boom, shipping some delicious barbecue to my buddy Marquise Boland. By the way, he should hopefully, like ECS, you have a coaching vacancy. You need to go hire him. He's a really good coach and a former Memphis Tiger.
Or me.
No, you're not a football coach.
Oh, I thought it was a basketball coach.
No, football.
Oh, never mind. Don't hire me for that.
Yeah, I can't. You don't even know what to do with a football. Can you throw a football?
You shoot it, right?
You look like a girl throwing a football, don't you?
Don't you pitch football? You pitch it?
Oh, man, I knew it. But I'll tell you one thing. Eat like a crazy man. Go to Central Barbecue where smoke is their sauce. They also, if you want to eat healthy, they have that pulled chicken. They have the smoked turkey. If you just want to get into some goodness, Get some of those wings, a sausage cheese plate, the barbecue nachos. You can get pork nachos or chicken. They're fire. If it's just for you, get a half an order. That's a full lunch. Full lunch. If you want to feed like 3 people, get the full order. Get the full order. But Central Barbecue, it is simply the best. Jay, I got to talk a little NBA.
I'm so excited you want to do that, John. Where do you want to start?
I want to start at the beginning.
Okay, a very good place to start. I'll start.
And the first thing I want to say is, I thought you told me that Luka was going to be awful last night. That the deadgum Mavs were going to be.
I don't think I did
not
say
very
that.
good. You said bet whatever you do, bet against the Mavs, take the Pistons.
And they covered.
They did.
They did.
They
did. 8.5 points.
Oh man. Well, you know what? Then I owe you a congratulations because I didn't bet on that one, so I didn't pay
So
attention.
why
to
did
the
you?
end.
Why you bet on Iowa State?
I did,
but I didn't tell you to bet on.
But I did take the Nets last night, so at least I got that one. I went 2-1. I'll take it. I'll take that anytime. But I thought for sure that you had 6, and you jacked.
Nope.
Okay. Well, congratulations. You actually got the dub on that one. The
How about
Pistons
that?
covered for you. So you had a good night.
And it was an incredible night, John, not for gambling prowess, but for Luka Doncic, who he himself had 53 points in that game. It was a very close game. At one point, he had 41, and they were down by 2. I mean, can we help this guy out? Honestly, what does Luka Doncic have to do to get some damn help around here? 53 points, Johnny. At 53 points, they win by 6 against the 13-win Pistons. Now, I think the Pistons are competitive. They're just incredibly young. Bojan Bogdanovic made some of the craziest shots I've ever seen in my life. That all being said, we got to get this guy some help. Get him someone who's big. I mean, for goodness sakes, you got Maxi Kleber's hurt. Then they got this other guy, Christian Wood from the Rockets, who can't guard anybody, by the way, but they got him to help inside. He's hurt too. Just give the guy some help. It's unbelievable. He needs a little bit of help, John. Just a little bit of help. That's all he needs, and he can't get it. It reminds me of Jokic last year in the playoffs when Jamal Murray was hurt and Jokic's out there playing in the playoffs by himself.
Nice reference.
Can we help the guy out?
Try.
He got 53 points. And you know what else it's like, John? It's like LeBron when AD's hurt last year and LeBron's out there scoring 40 by himself.
But is he going to use his help when he gets it? Because I will tell you one thing, Luka sometimes is like a black hole. The ball goes in, and guess what? Gravity can't even pull that junk out.
That actually is an excellent criticism. I was thinking about that when I was watching the game today. I pretty much think about it every time I watch the Mavs, is I miss Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle runs good stuff. He gets his offense
Instead
going.
Of just get out of Luka's damn way.
Well, it's not even get out of Luka's way. It's the same action. It's literally this.
Same action. Get the ball.
We set a screen for somebody who sets a screen for Luka, and then or Luka doesn't start with the ball. We set a screen for Luka to get the ball, then set him a screen. Either way, it's basically an action happening at the top of the key every possession. Drives me absolutely nuts. Now, granted, Luka scored 53 last night doing that, so it works. He was 17 of 24 shooting.
Well,
17 of 24.
Usually can shoot the 3-pointer, and last night it's amazed they won when the man was 0 for 6.
All 10 of his field goal points. So he had 2 free throws. Those were in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
All 10 of his points on the floor came in the fourth quarter. So he was clutch.
Well,
so he didn't score in the first 3 quarters, but he was clutch, and that's all you can ask for.
He was throwing up bricks early in the ball game, and Hardaway hadn't given him jack.
He plays great defense, though. That's what he gets. A lot like Dylan Brooks, John. Tim Hardaway is
but
in
I
that
also
same
thought Tim
belief.
Hardaway Jr., by the way, his dad is Tim Hardaway, and he's
That's right.
senior, okay? You don't even be talking about my Miami Heat guard who is just so much better than his son. It's
That's
not
what I
even
need
funny.
to get is 90s NBA basketball cards for us to open and go through. That would be great. But anyway, what were you going to say about Tim Hardaway Jr.?
He needs to be able to hit some shots from outside to
agree.
also help Luka. I mean, I'm glad he plays great defense, but they got him because they thought he was going to be a stroker. Remember, his dad was a straight stroker, even though they didn't shoot threes back then.
He does.
And he was also break you down and get you to the rack.
That's a fair criticism too. Is he doesn't hit him with
Totally different players, by the way.
They are
close. They don't even like. Standing next to each other, you wouldn't even know he was his dad.
That's because Tim Hardaway's a big guy. Isn't he?
I know.
And
No, Tim Hardaway's shorter but stockier.
I see.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is much taller and like thinner.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., while you're right, they did get him to shoot threes. It's also his defensive prowess. I mean, honestly, Mavs fans, I'm tuned into Mavs Twitter. It's one of the NBA Twitters I'm on. And Mavs fans treat Tim Hardaway Jr. the same exact way that Grizzlies fans treat Dylan Brooks. Whereas, like, other teams see Tim Hardaway, they're like, that's a wing that I could use on my team. And other teams treat Dylan Brooks like, that's a wing like I could choose on my team. But the fans of the team hate him and hate Dylan Brooks more than anyone else could ever do. So that's fair, too. Also, first of all, let's talk about the Memphis and Jalen Duren. Needed him to get 9 rebounds last night. He did not. Jalen Duren. You want to be a good big in this league? You're playing against Dwight Powell and literally no other centers. JaVale McGee played 10 minutes and grabbed 3 rebounds. Rebound the basketball, for the love of God. That being said, John.
He was 4 for 4 from the field with his dunks.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, one was a layup.
Oh, wait. I didn't
3 dunks and a layup.
3 dunks and a layup.
Bojan Bogdanović, though, John, hit some of the craziest shots I've ever seen. Remember, the Pistons went to go get him this past offseason. They didn't anticipate these injuries, obviously, and Bojan is very expensive. It is appearing as though Bojan Bogdanović might be on the trade block. What do you think about that?
No way.
That's what I'm hearing, John. Those are the rumors in the rumor mill. Bojan Bogdanović might be on the trade block. I have good authority that's the case. Maybe the Lakers?
A dude who's a 40% three-point shooter,
Everyone
a dude
could
who
use him.
can score 20 a game every single night, night in, night out. Wow, but I wonder what that would cost you.
Might be a Laker.
Think so? To appease Mr. LeBron James,
It's one of the big interests.
who literally had a meltdown the other night when they didn't call that foul.
Well, it was a foul, though.
It was a foul, but they still had overtime. And I don't know if you know this, they miss fouls. It's called human error. I'm tired of hearing about this. Quit whining.
I don't think I would react that way if a loved one passed away. Yeah, that's not true. There's a couple of loved ones I would react that way if they died, but there's also some loved ones I wouldn't react that.
I don't understand. What do you mean? What do you mean?
If I had a loved one I found out passed away,
But how did that have anything to do with the foul?
Well, how you were talking about how demonstratively LeBron reacted to the foul
because
non-foul
he lost
call.
the game and you
lost his mind.
loved one.
He's jumping up and down and he goes to the
And
floor
LeBron
and starts
loves
crying.
the game, is what you're saying.
Yes, I was actually on your side. I wasn't defending LeBron. I'm saying I'm not even sure I would.
No, I'm just trying to see your analogy, because you're not Jake Crane, that's for sure.
It's not even an analogy. I'm just comparing his reaction to something that would happen to me. I think I would react more under control and composed if a family member passed away.
You know why? Because you can't do anything about it, and you can't go back and change it and watch a replay of it, and then have somebody up north say, "Yep, you know what? It was a foul because it was at the very end of the game."
Where are they, John?
Saskatchewan.
Secaucus.
I had the S.
Saskatchewan's in Canada.
Okay, well, it's up north, isn't it?
It's in New Jersey.
I'm just saying, Jersey, Canada, they're close
What's
enough.
the difference?
Think about where we are. You think we're close to Canada? No way.
Everything
close.
north of Kentucky's Canada.
But I knew it started with an S.
That's right. You did. You got it close. And the C part. That was right. Pat Bev also got a tech last night. So he gets a tech in that game for showing the ref the camera. Funniest tech I've ever seen, I think. One of the funniest techs I've ever seen.
I missed this.
Last night or the camera?
The camera.
So before overtime starts, after the game, after LeBron's lost his mind, they go to their huddles. Pat Bev takes a photographer's camera who took a picture of the foul and shows it to the ref. And the ref just looks at him, rolls his eyes, and gives him a tech. And the Celtics start overtime with a free throw. And they only lost the game by 4.
Yes.
So the tech mattered.
Okay, hold up. You're telling me I did not know that he did that.
Funniest tech
only
I've ever
thing
seen.
I've seen all the LeBron reaction.
Yeah.
LeBron reaction.
As
And
a
I've
meme.
heard
That's gonna be a
everybody
meme
talking
forever,
about. They're talking about how we're going to do all this, the referee problem that we have. Look, there's a problem in the NBA, but I don't know if you know this. The referees held me out last Sunday, so I'm on their side right now with that Kansas City Bengals game. So I'm not going to disparage any refs after making sure that I won my 2-game parlay.
That's right.
And I won my straight bet. But I'll talk about the NBA officiating. And again, if LeBron James crying the way he did about not getting a call, and they had a chance to win it in overtime, and now the story is we got to get rid of the refs, and we have to go dude, I mean, what are they going to do?
Robot refs.
How you think I got robots out there that can do this?
I don't.
I don't think they make no robot Joey Crawford out there.
I don't think
he's not in the league no more. But you know what? Were they going to go and clone his little brain?
Tony Brothers. And Malloy.
Hey, who's the one who threw games? I need to clone that guy and put him in my own robot. Tim Donaghy. If I can get him.
Tim Donaghy is such a lying piece of crap, too. I mean, this guy is
don't hold back.
This guy's an idiot, man. He acts like that, it was a conspiracy for all the refs in the league, and I was fixing this and fixing that, and I could tell you if teams were fixing that. So, he had absolutely no control or input over the other games, for one thing. The games he was trying to fix, he was only able to fix over-unders with any significant margin. And even those, he was able to fix, I think it's 68% of the time. So, which is significant. You're making money. But You're the official, and you're claiming to be able to fix all these games, and you can only hit over under 68% of the time, and then you're going to bring everyone down with you like anyone likes you at all? He's just a pathological lying idiot. They're doing these documentaries about him on Netflix. Somebody wrote a book. I need to figure out this guy's name. I talked about this the other day.
Dude, don't be surprised. Remember, there's a lot of them, and they're going to make
I don't agree.
No, I mean, did you hear about that guy who was it's like the Tinder swindler?
Oh, yeah, I've heard about the Tinder swindler. What did he do, though?
Oh, he fleeced millions of dollars out of all these women all across the world. Just told him all these lies. He got with one rich girl, okay? And then he used her wealth to pretend that he was an ultra wealthy dude because she was super rich with a jet. And then he convinced her that he was a spy and he was on the run, so she would bought him a house and all this stuff. But then he disappeared and used her money to go pick up another super rich girl. It was the craziest show. I don't even know, how did we get on this now?
Oh, we're talking about Tim Donaghy. I can't find who wrote the book I'm talking about. I can't find who wrote the book I'm talking about, but somebody did it talking about how he lied in his book where he does his tell-all. It's just a bunch of lying bull crap and none of it's true at all. He's just an idiot, that Tim Donaghy guy. Point is, we were talking about refs somehow. I don't remember. Let's go to another game, John.
Now, I wanted to bring up something. I want to bring up Dame time.
Oh, no, we were talking about Pat Bev and his tech. But he got another one last night for chirping at Kyrie. So Kyrie goes out there, and he had, 26. So Kyrie goes out there 26. They beat the crap out of him. Obviously, no LeBron and no Anthony Davis. But, it's the fourth quarter. The Nets are up 20, and Kyrie misses a shot. He goes, I told you he was broke. He can't score on me. That guy can't score on me. And Kyrie just looks at him like, man, you guys are down 20. Isn't the objective to win the game? What are you talking about? And that's a good analogy for what Pat Bev really is all about.
And he had to be held back, too, by the way.
Pat Bev?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a lunatic.
He was talking. He got very upset when he came back with him because I just actually saw it.
NBA players most likely to
ESPN.
smoke crack. Pat Beverly, number one.
No. I hate to say this. That would be...
is that libel, disparagement? I shouldn't say that? I'm not saying he does.
I would say Delonte West.
Well, he does, though. I'm saying the players that exhibit the behavior of someone that may or may not smoke crack. Number one on the list, Pat Bev.
I like that. But now I need to move over to the Portland Trailblazers. That's the Grizzlies. They played at them tomorrow night. I don't know if you know this.
This was a great game, man.
Damian Lillard is going crazy. What is that? His 8th game, 40-plus points.
That's right.
He's playing out of his mind. I mean, he's averaging 30 points. He's shooting 46.3 from the field. He's hit 90% of his free throws. They are an average basketball team, but they're only 2 games under 500. But without him,
that's where everybody is in the West, though.
That is true. They're they're
in good company.
They're in good company. But good God, he himself is worth the price of admission tomorrow night. And you also got, of course, your team with Ja and everybody, but. To go see the Trailblazers in Dame time?
I agree. And Anthony Simons is playing great, too. He had 7 assists last night. And that's the biggest thing to me, that they weren't able to accomplish even with C.J. McCollum, and they didn't have Chauncey Billups at the time. But you know how if you watch the Warriors, you see Steph play...
two small guards. Two small guards
Anthony
in the
Simons
NBA.
Is small.
Yeah, but he's not C.J. McCollum.
No, he's not.
That's what I mean.
I thought you were saying Anthony Simons and Lillard. No, those two small guards. But they went to the Western Conference Finals with those two guys.
That's true.
But so they get Simons out there, and they didn't have Chauncey Billups at the time, and Chauncey Billups is so smart. So you know how the Warriors, all the time, you'll see Draymond Green with the basketball, and Steph is just running around, running off screens, or Clay's just running around. So that's what they'll do with Simons, is give the ball to Simons or give the ball to Nurkic, and just run Lillard around and make you chase him, and then he catches it and scores a quick 3 or something like that. It's so smart the way they do, and that's evident in Simons had 7 assists last night, and Lillard had 6. Very rarely are you going to find those assist numbers from 2 guards on the same team. The Hawks are one that has it if Trae Young plays. He didn't play last night. DeJounte Murray had 40 last night, by the way. It was unbelievable.
He did.
That guy is incredible, man.
Is he, though, part of the problem with Trae, or is it just more Trae and coach and management?
They've been a lot better. I don't know if that's still an issue. It was definitely earlier in the year. But they've been so much better together, on the court together. And I think their team, they're on some kind of winning streak. I don't think it's like a straight win streak. But they've won a lot more than they've lost in the past, I'll say 3 weeks or 4 weeks or so, and they've been playing a lot better basketball. DeJounte Murray's been playing a lot better. He's also been more comfortable catch and shoot. He hit 5 threes last night. He has been on an absolute tear from 3 the last few weeks. He's playing some of the best. He's playing the best basketball he's played in his career. That's a guy. I love DeJounte Murray. I like Dame Lillard too. We were talking about the Blazers, but I got distracted by how much I love DeJounte Murray and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
They did go on a 5-game win streak, and then they lost 2. They won 1, and they lost their last 2.
Well, a 5-game win streak there, but they've been playing a lot better basketball.
5 games since, so they've gone 1-4 in their last 5. But before,
that's 6-4, John.
Hey,
that's a winning stretch. One more than they lost. How about that?
I'll give you that.
But even so, just watching them play, they're playing a lot better basketball. Bogdan's playing a good contributing factor to that. He had 23 last night. I love the Hawks are a game I'm going to watch a team I'm going to watch every night because of DeJounte Murray. That guy's incredible. Honestly,
back to the Trailblazers though, because I want to ask you because they're playing the Grizzlies tomorrow night. Is this a matchup where the Grizzlies can sleepwalk through the first half like they did against Indiana, or could they get run out the gym if they don't come ready to play from the opening tip?
I don't want to say run out the gym, but you can't sleepwalk.
Just saying, you can't like this Portland team. You can't do what you did against Indiana at home, and that first half for the Grizzlies was awful.
Even so, Indiana's lost 8 straight road games. So Indiana should have won that game, and the fact that they didn't, and they would have with Tyrese Halliburton too. And that 8-game losing streak on the road also doesn't include Tyrese Halliburton, so that's unfair as well. But they should have lost that game even without Tyrese Halliburton off the floor. Yeah, the Blazers are going to be a tough game playing at home. You kidding me? I mean, you just talked about how good Damian Lillard is, scoring 40 points at will. We have good defenders. The Grizzlies have good defenders. I don't know is Bane going to play. I don't know if Bane will be healthy. This is a long stretch off, so maybe he does play. But if he doesn't play and you put Dylan Brooks on Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons could go for 32. You know what I mean? And also, holding Damian Lillard to a bad night is like when you hold Steph to a bad night and he scores what? 30. Because on a good night, Steph scores
40 plus.
40 plus, 50 points. So holding Dame is like holding him to like 25, 30 points. That's still a great night. And then if you don't have anyone to guard Simons, he'll go off too. A big problem is who the hell is going to guard Yusuf Nurkic?
Not Steven Adams.
He's not going to be on the court.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So what are we going to do about Nurkic?
I don't know what we're going to do. That's why I'm a little bit worried. Again, the Grizzlies are 21-3 at home on the season. But tomorrow night's matchup, I think it's going to be a tight one. If I get 4 points, I'm going to have to go with Trailblazers.
You think you'll get 4? You might. Because I have not seen the lines adjust.
21-3.
Well, and also, I haven't seen the lines adjust to Steven Adams being out at all. Because what Steven Adams going to move a Vegas line? That's insane.
Yeah.
You know if you watch the Grizzlies how much he matters, but there's no way Steven Adams
somebody
moves a
just
Vegas
reads
line.
it, yeah.
There's no chance.
Now, tonight, speaking of Vegas, before we get to a little bit of Hardwood on the other side, I got to remind you, how did we get Hardwood? Oh, that'd be Tito's handmade vodka. When life hands you lemons, you don't freak out. You have the best vodka in the world, and that's Tito's handmade vodka. You just make a lemon drop. It's crafted, it's distilled right here in the United States, down in Austin, Texas, and it's got a very unique flavor because it's distilled in classic copper pots. It's got a slightly sweet black pepper note. It balances everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or you're drinking it neat. Tito's handmade vodka. It is. It's my go-to vodka. Hopefully, it will be yours. Tonight, we got some action. We're going to throw our bets out there. Jay Morgan's plays. They've been very, very profitable, just as mine was yesterday. Texas, baby. How you like me now? But we're going to do our bets, but I did want to ask you about one specific game tonight. You are a Clipper weirdo. Clippers a 3-point favorite on the road against the Bulls. You like the Bulls at home as a 3-point dog?
There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason.
Yeah, there does, doesn't there? Because I would think DeRozan would be ready to roll.
I'm going to look at player props, and this is a little pro radio tease, John. That's going to be one that we're going to look at in the last segment of the day.
All right.
If you want one I already have in the bank, the Knicks -1.5 I already took this morning.
All right, we gave you a little bit of love early, but don't forget our last segment. We are going to give you our NBA bets and college basketball bets. But coming up next, we're going to Hardwood where it just feels so good. I got some crazy stories, by the way. Jay, you got any crazy ones today?
Always, John. I've been stockpiling them.
You've been stockpiling them?
I have.
Dude, I'm going to have to give you a little bit of leeway then.
I do have a bet for the Clippers.
But I do tell you something. Have you ever been an imposter before?
Yeah, like in Among Us?
I haven't seen Among Us. What's that?
It's a game.
Oh, no. Like the Swindler Tindler, or like the person like
Tinder Swindler.
The Tinder Swindler.
Tony V.
Tony V. Vitello. Tony Vitello. Tony V. I got some crazy stuff about a 23-year-old assistant coach caught posing as a 13-year-old basketball player at an AAU tournament.
Gross.
This is hilarious. Don't you dare touch the dial. No, it's for different reasons. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Every pro is an MVP to us. As a Lowe's MVP's Rewards member, you can earn bonus points when you shop select products and brands. Then redeem them for exciting rewards like tools, sports memorabilia, e-gift cards, and more. Join today to become a member and start earning. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any, subject to program terms. While supplies last. Points expire at end of calendar year. Visit Lowe's.com/MVP's bonus points for details.
Let's say you need a new car, so you go to a dealer, right? Wrong. You need to go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales. Why? Because why limit yourself to just one kind of car when you can choose from all kinds of cars, SUVs, and trucks? All different years, all different makes, all different models. Really good prices, too. Now, everyone says that about the money, but Mount Moriah Auto Sales proves it. They work hard to get you the deal you want, even financing. Plus, they have a huge full-service department to help you take care of your car. So many choices at Mount Moriah Auto Sales. They're almost unlimited, with new vehicles coming in every day. Now, these are really good cars and trucks and SUVs that you'll want to drive. And yes, low miles too. It's so easy. Just go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales, tell them what you want, but keep your eyes open because you might just find the car of your dreams. Mount Moriah Auto Sales makes it all possible. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner, right on the price, right on Mount Moriah.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 9 to 11 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop, here on Sports 56. Real sports talk.
I have this one of those sayings, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the hizzy. We've been pretty busy today.
Busy day.
It's been a busy day, man. And by the way, when you have a busy day and you just kind of feel like at the end of your day, you just kind of want to get away.
Busy days are the real deal, Holyfield.
Yeah, they are. But, man, have you ever had a busy day and at the end of that day you just wanted to get away?
I do, John, every day.
Man, get away to Getaway Sports Bar. Oh, yeah, go to 4632 Winchester Road. It's the coldest beer in town. They got 6 pool tables. They're Valley Bar pool tables, 2 dartboards, golden tee, 12 TVs, big old fat daddies. Man, they get big old fat daddy hamburger as well. Great bar grub, cold beer. And you can get served over there pretty much 24/7, 365. 4632 Winchester Road. Little ice ain't going to keep that place closed. 4632 Winchester Road, Getaway Sports Bar. Let's go to Hardinwood.
Wait, John, you ready for Hardinwood now?
Like, yeah, Jay.
Like right this second
like
you're ready
this
for it.
second.
Okay, let's do it then. Hey, John, are you ready for Hardwood now?
I'm ready.
Johnny, you ready for Hardwood? All right, let's do it then.
This is Access Hardwood.
You're such a goofball.
I may or may not have forgotten to open it,
then
when I did, it wouldn't play.
Hey, man, I get it, man. Remember this: all people make mistakes. Some are just bigger than others.
Feel a lot better, John. Thank you.
Now, this is a big mistake. Speaking of that, great segue. Thank you very much.
Good segue, John.
A 23-year-old assistant coach has been caught posing as a 13-year-old basketball player in a tournament. Now, Jay's thoughts went completely astray.
Gross.
Yes. My first thought was, this is a college coach going to recruit somebody. This is a tournament that they couldn't go do a visit on or something. Like they've had too much contact with this young basketball player, and they're just trying to pose as a basketball player.
Did he put on makeup like Chad Powers at Penn State?
No, because it's not even about a man. It has to do with a woman. Her name is Arlisha Boykins. She's a 23-year-old assistant basketball coach. Well, she was on the Churchland JV girls basketball team, okay? Now, this is part of the public school. She has been fired by the sports director, Craig Loper, for what she has done. And it's caused a complete implosion with the team, with the athletic director. The whole school is under fire because this is a legitimate. Have you ever seen Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street?
Love that movie.
Do you remember how they go back to the school and then all of a sudden Channing Tatum ends up balling out on the football team, even though he's like a hell of a lot older than people?
I do.
This is a real life story of this, and I got video that you have to see.
It is the muscle definition of a 30-year-old. When you go through puberty, like 11?
Yeah, that movie is hilarious.
Right.
This is the real story. So during a basketball tournament, her number one player on the team, who is, by the way, again, a 13-year-old girl, could not make it to the game because her and her parents had to go out of town, okay?
Okay.
They informed the coach that they weren't going to be at this basketball tournament during this weekend. So do you know how she decided to help her club out?
Play herself.
She played herself. She played in the entire tournament. And we're talking about in the first 30 seconds of the game, you can see there's quite of a mismatch because you see the girl take the ball to the rack, go with a layup over top of a girl, get fouled, and then she jumps up and screams and won in a 13-year-old girl's face. Again, she's 23, former basketball player because she wants to be a basketball coach. And during the whole time, she's going Jackie Moon.
Did she get buckets?
She's getting buckets all over.
Well, Jackie Moon didn't get buckets.
Well, it gets the crummy. You're not Jackie Moon, but I'm just saying it's like a character.
Coffee Black got buckets.
I'm sorry. I meant Channing Tatum.
Oh, Channing Tatum.
Goes completely Channing Tatum and is just out there balling and loving every moment of it. Now, they did win, by the way. I don't know if you know this. They won the game. But guess what happened?
What?
The other kids on the teammate told the other 13-year-old girl, like the little girl asked her friends, hey, how'd y'all do in the tournament? Oh, we won it. Y'all won it without me? Well, yeah, because Coach played as you. She wore your uniform and used your name, and she played as you. Coach went out there and dropped like 30 points, had like 12 assists, 15 boards, dominated the 13-year-old JV division. And again, it's not even the varsity. It's the junior varsity.
Sometimes that matters more, John.
Well, I do have to say, paying your rent also matters. The young lady who did this, Ms. Boykins, she has been fired. The team is completely imploded. They forfeited their entire season. And the girl who was the girl who the coach impersonated, which they're not releasing her name because she's 13 years old, she's now transferring schools. And for some reason, the poor girl feels shame and embarrassed.
For getting buckets?
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault that you have a tournament it's going to have an asterisk like Barry Bonds, unfortunately.
She's ashamed of getting buckets?
You average like 30, 15, and 10. I don't know. Like, there's probably a lot of college scouts who might just run across this and be like, oh, my gosh.
How many years old?
I need to go see this 13-year-old kid. But anyway, is that not hilarious? That is a live, real-life 21 Jump Street story.
It is.
Now, if you were dunking
Except she's not a detective.
If you were dunking on, like, 13-year-old kids and dominating...
How about hitting threes?
would you be as excited as she was?
Yeah. It's always fun to get buckets, John, even if they're like toddlers are playing against.
You know what? I think I agree with you. I would love to, like, now.
Wait, if you were hitting dingers against like 12-year-olds, would you still feel good about it? Absolutely.
I would. I'm going to
do that old home one trot. Bat flips. Oh, you would have a different bat flip every home run you
when I
hit.
coached like Blade and all them and stuff, and I coached that little competitive team?
Okay.
So I used to go out there, and I would get so excited because I would hit bombs all the time. I probably destroyed our pitcher's confidence.
Take a fungo and just
They'd go out there and like be warming up. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stand up here. And they'd be like, pop. I mean, they were like 275-foot fences though. So.
And they were throwing what, 60?
Probably.
And if that hard.
It was great.
John, have you ever been to Disney
So
World?
I guess you know what? I feel sorry for this coach.
Me too.
She was just coaching.
She just wanted to get buckets.
Now I never entered a game. You know,
but
I
you
just
would
didn't
have
get-
if you had the opportunity.
I probably would.
And your best player was out.
Dude, my best player is out. You know what? I got to do it for the team.
That's right. I couldn't do that though. I'm losing my hair. No 13-year-old losing their hair.
Where'd this 13-year-old
Where'd this
bald
bald
kid?
13-year-old come from? I have alopecia.
We couldn't say that because you got the thickest eyebrows I've ever seen, and I got some thick ones.
Yeah, you're right. I couldn't say that. Anyway, John, have you ever been to Disney World?
Yeah, it's one of the I hope my kids aren't listening. It was the worst thing I ever
No,
did in my
you
entire
mentioned
life.
that. You mentioned that.
It was straight up.
Because you decided to be the only adult.
I
with
was
a
the
bunch of
only
kids.
adult with 4 children, and I had a panic attack 4 days in a row. And when we finally landed and I got home, I think I just cried for a day and didn't come out of my bedroom.
Well, John, Splash Mountain is closed.
Whippity doodah.
Zippity doodah.
Zippity doodah.
That's what they say.
I think it's whippity doodah
No,
from my
but
perspective.
they say zippity doodah on the ride.
Whippity doo. I don't care.
That's what they sing.
Let me
It.
tell you
Rare
something.
rabbit, zippity doodah, zippity.
Do you know what?
I'm probably
do
gonna
you know
get
what
sued
Disney
for me
World
saying
is?
that. The happiest place on earth.
It's for children, and it's hell on earth for adults.
Well, the point is, John.
And it's also a place that'll put you in the poorhouse so fast it's not funny.
The whorehouse?
Poor.
Oh, excuse me. John, Splash Mountain is
I
closed.
would say it would be a better place if maybe they had one of those establishments.
Oh, is that right?
I mean, you got to have something for the parents to do, right?
You don't like rides? Space Mountain?
Oh yeah, you don't get to ride all the rides. You got to
Star
hold
Tours?
you got to hold the one that's too short and watch everybody else ride them
Tower
while you
of
stand in
Terror?
a line for 2 hours.
Tower of Terror?
I don't even know how kids. No wonder. That's why kids are on Adderall. It's because of Disney World. Because the parents without it, like the kids would be, because I think it calms kids down, right? It has a reverse effect or something.
Yes.
If you have ADHD, I guess. Anyway, the point is either they're sedating them or giving them Adderall because you got to calm them down to stand in a line, which you can't do because kids are kids and they're running around everywhere. So you lose your kids constantly, and then you lose your spot. And then you're arguing with this dude named Bruno from New York who's like,
John,
you can't cut the line.
We don't talk about Bruno. John, in the show Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, they call the Adderall they give the kids discipline. Like discipline.
I like
because
it.
they don't act out. Point is, John, Splash Mountain is closed. And if you go on eBay, people are selling water that it's closed for good. They're redoing the ride, making it all new. It's not going to have Brer Rabbit and those other characters from perhaps a racist Disney film. They're redoing it, and people on eBay are selling water that they claim is from Splash Mountain for as much as $1,000.
You're lying. So what is it? Just kids' urine?
Fast
and a little
cash.
bit with water and chlorine?
First thing I thought, too, is probably a lot of pee in that.
That's disgusting.
Following its closure, some Disney fans have tried to make some money, listing bags and jars filled with water they say was collected from the log flume ride. As of Tuesday morning, that's today, John, the lowest listed price for water claiming to be from Splash Mountain was $4.25. That's the minimum price for 4 ounces of water, and the highest was $1,000 for 6 ounces. So if you want to go on eBay and waste your money, or if you are smart, you'll just get some water from a faucet and put it up on eBay and say it's from Splash Mountain and sell it for $1,000. What do you think?
My stories are at least loosely based in sport. Yours are just pretty funny, though, but
That's
I gotta
not
give it to you.
sports?
No, but it's okay.
How was yours first one? What was your first story?
About a basketball coach
Oh.
imposed like 21 Jump Street.
I got one for you,
Oh,
John.
No.
I've got another one that's about sports.
I got one that's about
No,
sports.
I have to redeem myself.
All right, go for it.
Justin Bieber has sold the rights to all his music for over $200 million.
Do you know that today's Justin Timberlake's birthday?
Is that about sports? Well, this is Bieber, but I didn't know that. JT.
Yeah, JT, happy
from Millington.
birthday. Happy birthday, JT.
Do you like NSYNC, John?
But you know what I'm going to do? With JT's birthday, I'm going to show you something how cool I am. I can tie it into sports. Are you ready?
Why would you do that?
Because he shares a birthday with some of the best baseball players of all time. Jackie Robinson would have been 103, Ernie Banks would have been 92, and Nolan Ryan, who can still whip Robin Ventura's ass, is 76 today.
Ass.
How do you like that? How do you like that? Do you see how I tied JT's birthday into sports?
What's your favorite Justin Timberlake song, John?
Bye, 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 baby, bye, bye.
Yeah, what's your favorite NSYNC, John? Yeah, it's NSYNC. What's your favorite NSYNC song? Bye, bye, bye?
Is he in NSYNC?
Yeah, he is.
Man, remember I've answered this
what about
3 times.
It's Gonna Be My...
Does he sing the one Peaches?
No, that's Justin Bieber.
Whatever. They're both Justin.
You know what that song is about?
It's about big bottoms, right?
Cunnilingus.
Interesting.
No. That's Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles. That one's about...
I got you.
About
You're good.
cunnilingus.
I got you. Now, by the way, speaking of...
Is that a sports story, John?
That was close enough.
I have another sports story
Hold on.
for you.
No. I got a great sports story. I just want to tell this one.
All right.
And I want to ask you, because you're the TV guy, right?
I'm the TV guide.
You're the TV guy. Do you know who the greatest tight end of all time is? Probably Travis Kelce. He's the baller. Do you know he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs and is going to play in this big game? It's called the Super Bowl.
Copyright. Be careful.
Anyway,
it's the big game.
It's the big game. It's the big game, man.
Can we say it? We're a Fox station.
You know
Doesn't
what?
Fox have the Super Bowl?
I haven't read the fine print this year yet, so let me look at it.
But isn't that a rule? You can't say that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because they'll sue you?
Yep.
It's also why you shouldn't sing Zippity Doo Dah on the radio. Anyway, John, go ahead.
Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Do you know his brother is Jason Kelce?
Of course, they're playing each other.
They're playing each other.
It's the Kelce Bowl. First time brothers have ever played against each other in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
I learned a lot this week, by the way. It's also the Andy Reid Bowl because he's won a Super Bowl since he left Philadelphia because he coached both teams. And then also, I didn't even know this. Can you believe this? It's kind of wild. First time 2 black quarterbacks are playing against each other.
Wow, is that right?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I learned these things. I learned, brother. Now, let me explain something to you. I would have definitely thought that. I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought that happened before, but I guess not. Now, here's something that's fascinating when it comes to what I was talking about. And I forgot what it was.
It was about Travis Kelce, John.
Thank you. Man, I was completely lost.
Yeah, I could tell.
Because I was given Super Bowl facts, and I'm like, why am I talking about the Super Bowl? Oh, that's right. Travis Kelce, who's playing in the big game, guess what? He was on a reality TV show. Did you know that?
Yeah, he had his own show.
Catching Kelce on
Do you remember
guess
that?
what? The Peacock.
Do you remember that? No. It was on the
NBC.
E Network. It was on the E Network.
Well, it says right now this is a product of NBC, Holmes.
It is, but it's an old show, John. It's not on anymore.
No, I know this was 2016.
And he's super embarrassed by it.
Dude, because he dated, he was dating 50 different women, one from each state in the United States.
That's right.
And
I remember.
And I think he got with this girl named Maya.
Yeah.
I think.
They didn't last very long.
And it didn't last long. But I will say, it just shows that if you're a professional athlete, you can get anybody, because I did watch a few clips of it. I like Travis Kelce as a football player, but he definitely has that football player mentality. He might be one of the dumbest people I've ever heard on television.
I'm embarrassed to say, John, I watched the show when it was on.
Was it?
Why did you call me Holmes?
Because that's like a compliment.
Oh,
I call it like my friend's
But
Holmes.
it was on the E Network, and I used to watch it.
Oh, wait, when you corrected me, I'm like, yo, chill out, Holmes, or recognize, or
I
it was
don't
on
remember.
NBC, Holmes.
But I was kind of stuck on
my friend.
I was kind of stuck on the Holmes part. That was funny. Yeah, no, I used to watch that show. I'm embarrassed to say it was not good. Bad show.
How many episodes did you make it?
It's 10, right? 10
I think it was eight episodes because the last one is Who Caught Kelce.
Yeah, I went the whole way through.
So listen to the episodes real quick. We had 50 girls, 1 tight end. The next one was Let's Let the Games Begin. The third episode, a novel romance. Not very tied into sports. Number 4, backstabbing
B word.
besties.
Oh.
Because they were best friends, and then they found out that they were going to get a little Kelce, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, friends become enemies when that happens.
Enemies become friends.
Romance at Red Foo. I don't know what that means. Walk of Shame. And then the last 2 are Who Caught Kelce. Well, if the Eagles catch Kelce and keep him boxed in, guess what?
What?
Eagles are going to win.
Got one more story for you, John. It's the only sports story I got for you today.
Bring it.
Did you know in 1999, Dante Bichette hit .298 with 34 home runs, 133 RBIs, and a negative 2.3 WAR? I don't know why Bleacher Report posted that this morning, but I was like, this will be funny to say on the air.
Dante Bichette. Wow.
What a guy.
Did you like his hair?
Oh, he did flowing locks,
Dude.
man. His son's got kind of good hair like that, too.
Yeah, he's not as good as his daddy, though.
He's not. Dante Bichette could rake, man.
Yeah, it is definitely. Bo Bichette is definitely not Dante. But Dante, did you know that now Dante Bichette, by the way, it's so sad. Did you know that he does the straight razor thing?
What does that mean?
Like he's bald now.
Oh, well, that's not sad.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Are you saying I'm sad,
For him,
John?
a guy who had, like, flowing locks.
Hey, I had thick hair back in my day.
Yeah,
it might
sure.
actually still be my
Bo
day. so
Bichette's,
maybe I
though,
didn't.
hair is also long.
Yeah, you
and
know, that's
flowing.
what I said. Steve Martin was also a prop comic. I just said that.
Yeah.
I need to tune you into what that joke means. We'll talk about it at the break. We'll come back on the other side.
We got bets for the NBA and some college basketball coming up next. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I pay for you 'cause you're my favorite tree. You're my everyday Valentine.
Hey Memphis, this is Johnny B at the Memphis Music Room. Join us on Saturday, February 11th for Terrence Love, Lessons on Love, with special guests, Lena J.
Because of you, I never lose sight of what is real.
Ariel Rain, and Tim Walker with Can't Keep Chasing.
I'd rather have you than gravity, 'cause you keep me lifted. And that makes a difference. And that makes a difference.
If you're looking for something special to do on Valentine's Day with that one that you love, then you've got to be at Lessons on Love with Terrence Love. February 11th, Saturday night. Get your tickets at memphismusicroom.com.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's time to get your Kia on at Gossett Kia on the Pike. And Bobby J is ready to put you in a new Kia today. You ready for a road trip? How about 41 MPG highway in your new 2023 Kia Forte LXS? $254 a month, 36-month lease, $27.99 due at signing. Or rock out in your new 2023 Kia Soul. Only $272 a month, 36-month lease, $27.99 due at signing. And if we don't have what you want, not a problem. Let Bobby J order a new ride for you today, and you won't pay over MSRP. Plus, you always get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today at Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Forte LXS PE 573,573, MSRP 21,335, sold P789,9,335, MSRP 21,835. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2023. Dealer stock only. Warranties and limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Football is here, and this season, my 46th as a professional handicapper. More than any season before, you need my help when it comes to sports wagering. The transfer portal has made it impossible for the average fan to keep up with college football. Take advantage of our experience, contacts, and information and get season service, college and pro football and college basketball for $1,000. Total cost, no add-ons or extra charges. Every play we make through the NCAA Final Four championship. 5 losing seasons in 45 years is a phenomenal record. Last season, 65.5% against the spread, including a 13-4 record on our 10-star plays. call me, John Rainey, the Rain Man, at 901-461-4600. That's 461-4600, and get seasoned service for $1,000. The Rain Man and All-Star Sports. You can't do any better.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's over on the other side, chilling like a villain. Hope you're out there having a wonderful Tuesday.
What is my job, John?
You're a producer.
Because earlier somebody called me a board op, and that makes me feel small.
You're not a board op.
Because that means I'm just pressing buttons.
No, you're not.
But I don't know if everybody knows. I'm, like, really talented.
And involved. And you know what, Jay? You're good enough. You're smart enough. And doggone it, somebody out there is
People
eventually
like
going to
me.
like you.
Oh.
Some lady will eventually, too.
Well, my mom does.
Oh, you know what? See, you've already scored. I'm proud of you. You got, like, at least one lady out in this world.
I think my grandma does, too. That's 2.
And aren't you, like, usually in the friend zone? So you probably have some lady friends, right?
Yes.
See? Proud of you. By the way, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, it's time to get to bets. Now, we have to give you the NBA bets and our basketball bets for the day.
What's the difference? They're both basketball. Oh, you mean college and the NBA?
Well, I was going to say one's actually, like, they can actually put the ball in the hole. The rest of the other ones is children trying. Not succeeding, but trying to put the ball in the hole.
One of them we're going to bet on and walk away and look again tomorrow. The other one we're betting on for real.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to still bet on the college. I like betting on these kids. I like betting a lot of the unders.
But you're just going to bet and walk away.
By the way, have I told you about a new little thing? If I see a basketball team, I'm watching a college basketball game. I got my app open. I'm gambling. I'm watching. And I see, like, 2 3-pointers buried, and then all of a sudden another fast break, and they score real easy, and all of a sudden you got 8 points in like 30 seconds. The over and unders will shoot up so fast, it's not even funny. And that's when you pound the under.
Pound that
And then you
giant
just
side.
watch that thing fall and fall and fall and fall, and you fall and fall and fall for you to easy victory. And sometimes it falls so far that you end up taking the over and try to middle that junt. Now, we're going to try to win some basketball games tonight, and I have to say, mine probably seems weak. But I think I'm going to pray on the week today.
Okay.
I'm praying on Vanderbilt on the road. I'm laying 15.5. I currently got it right now at minus 15.5 points. Alabama at home just got beat by Oklahoma on the road. They're embarrassed. They're disgusted. And they're going to take their frustration all out on Vandy's face. Stack, don't watch. It's going to get ugly. They win by 20 plus.
Well, he has to watch, John. He's the coach.
It's a good point.
But I understand your sentiment. You think they're going to – what about that Ole Miss game? That one kind of interests me.
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, I love betting on the Revs,
and an
man.
entire basketball team pushing.
I love betting on the Revs. You don't like betting on the Revs?
No, because that's straight fear.
Why? Because you don't think they're good?
I didn't say that. Remember, well, you know what? I can
We're
say
the flagship station of the Rebels, John.
Yeah, and I'm also.
And we have Evie coming on later this week.
I'm going broke because of the Rebels.
Wow, really?
Man, these sorority dues are like they're due today at 4:00. Man,
better than the sorority dudes, am I right?
Yeah, that's true.
Isn't that right, John?
That is true.
I've got some bets for you. I've got a couple. Would you like to hear them, John?
I was born ready.
Really?
Another Lady Gaga. I think this is her. Baby, I was born this way.
Born this way. That's right.
Give me my locks and my money, son.
John, I have a couple of bets for you. I'm going to start with the New York Knickerbockers. They're down to minus 1.5 at home. You might say, well, that's weird. The Lakers are on a back-to-back, but nobody played. Yes, but just enough of them did. And I like the Knicks tonight for some reason. I just got a little feeling there. I'm going to take the Knicks.
So, hold on. You're going to tell me I was going to look at this as a lock. You just got a feeling? So we're betting on your feelings now?
Yes. Or not. You could pass.
I mean, because Anthony Davis and LeBron James didn't play, do you think they're actually going to come out and play good together or something?
I do.
Well, LeBron's going to play good, but Anthony Davis is going to Anthony Davis.
I'm a little nervous about it, but I do like taking teams off a back-to-back.
Is Russell not going to get destroyed by Brunson?
And I like the Knicks. No, maybe. I don't know. This could be a big Julius Randle game.
JR from Dallas.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I also, John, this one I'm feeling a little more comfortable about. You asked about that Bulls.
So this is the one that I'm actually betting on.
Yeah, I forgot about this Bulls and Clippers you asked about. I like the under 230 in this game.
Ooh, I like that. Under 230, the Bulls and the Clip. I like that. Clip played at a very slow pace, one of the slowest in basketball.
Also, peel behind the curtain. I played the music late, so you have to be out at 56:50.
Well, you're very welcome. And you know where I'm going? Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill, 6450 Poplar Avenue in East Memphis. Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill is so much more than just pimento cheese. They have the best Cobb salad I've ever had. Bacon, egg. Oh, you can get it with either shrimp, salmon, or chicken. It's your choice. Avocado slices, romaine. Oh, the lettuce is crazy, and the raspberry vinaigrette is out of control. Their quesadillas are delicious. Their wings and fries, and their burgers, the sweet heat, the dirty, mean, and nasty, the mushroom extravaganza, the cowboy, the fry burger. Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. So much more than pimento cheese. Plus, don't forget, it's a bar. Go get your drink on. And when you're drinking there, drink Tito's. For Jay Morgan, I'm John Harden. I hope everybody has a blessed day. Stay warm. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.
Basketball was born on the court, but it doesn't have to remain there. This NBA season, Hennessy celebrates creatives like Victor Solomon, who take the game beyond the floor. Their work isn't just inspired by the sport. It helps us see